Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hi, this is Mike Zapsik from AMC's Comic Book Man, the podcast I Sell Comics, and the Ming and Mike Show. And you're listening to Clerks Minute. What's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Man. You got a minute? Good, because you're listening to Clerks Minute.
Hey, this is Walt Flanagan, the Lon Chaney of the 90s, and you are listening to Clerks Minute.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Clerks Minute, where we break down the 2006 Kevin Smith sequel, Clerks 2, to Jennifer Schwabach's boobies minutes at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Crystal Beth.
And Crystal, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. You were here last season, right at the end of the season. You were our last guest, and now here you are early in the run.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to, put myself end to end.
Works for me. This is one of our busiest. This is such a busier guest season for us than last year. People want to do this movie a lot more than the first, so it's fun for us.
Well, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it really is. We really enjoy it. We've only had one person come on and say they don't enjoy this movie. Other than that, everyone seems to love this movie.
The donkey show is what makes all the difference.
Oh, my God. It's true. It's either you love it or you hate it.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we are back in here, and we're still on the swing sets where we were on our last episode, but we're continuing here where Randal apparently doesn't actually register Emma as a chick, which is a funny statement. I understand his logic.
Yeah.
I get his logic.
To quote the Joker, never rub another man's rhubarb.
Yeah. I feel like there was a story in an episode of Scrubs where, Turk actually told JD that every woman you've ever slept with is now ugly to me. That's what this reminded me of immediately. I will say, how comfortable is Kevin Smith in his marriage?
Yeah.
Right?
His wife is not only in this movie, and not only is she's making out with Brian O'Halloran, she's flashing the camera in an extremely see-through pink bra.
Yeah.
See, I think she should have just flashed without the bra on at all. It's just show them all. Do the whole titties out.
It was just one of those things where I haven't watched this. I kind of knew how fast sometimes we watch a movie. So I'm breaking down.
I have a feeling it's one of those where she had to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, he did. Well, this is a true story. He did actually take. She was in Playboy, and he did her photo shoot for Playboy. So
it's crazy.
It's a weird statement when you say it that way. But actually, Crystal, from the female perspective, what's your point of view on her stance in this scene? It was Randal actually just kind of being annoying as hell.
Hey, I would do that. 100%. If someone was telling me that I wasn't a woman, even if they're just joking around, I would be like, all right, well, cool. Because there's nothing feels better than to make someone else uncomfortable.
Which is pretty much the definition of their relationship.
I doubt you could do that with that awesome music, though.
No, man, it's better with the music. Oh, God, with that guitar.
But try finding a source for that. Actually, wait, is that piece even on the soundtrack?
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
I think a lot of the instrumentals and everything are not on the soundtrack, which is fun, actually.
And I just like the term persona non nookie. It's sort of like those three words. It's sort of like those three words that are, just perfectly okay apart, but when you put them together, they're just hysterical. It's sort of like how on an episode of Penn and Teller Bullshit, they were discussing, the faking of the moon landing or that kind of conspiracy theory. They had the one guy who asked how did they go to the bathroom up there? And he says for number 2, they go into this adhesive ass gasket. That's another one of those where there are three words that are just perfectly okay on their own, but yet somehow when you put them together, they're inherently funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know the reference, but it's very funny.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, seriously, there's
Very
just
funny.
something funny about the words adhesive ass gasket.
That is, I feel like that'd be a great name for an improv team.
Yeah.
Okay, so we continue on, and there's something to me a little disturbing about Randall. After this, walking away and hitting on two look like teenage Catholic schoolgirls. Knowing he's like in his late 30s, this is kind of disturbing.
Well, he does say there's a lot of barely legal stuff there. So
True, but it's still disturbing to see. I'm like, wow, you have no line at all, do you, Randall?
It's so perfect for him, though.
Very true.
Like, I just love it. Every time he does something gross or stupid, I'm like, yes, I don't want you any other way.
I do find it funny that Dante goes and says, and I love this is one of those perfect setup payoff jokes, because Dante goes and says, now you know he's going to think you want him in a three-way.
Yep.
And then it pays off. I'm pretty sure you and your lady want us to get together in a three-way.
And he'd probably have no problem with it.
Who knows? Who knows at this point? I do love a good payoff joke, though. Literally in a 2-minute sequence, we get a good setup payoff. The quote that I wrote in my notes when I was putting together the notes for these way back when I started this, and it's funny now. Jersey sucks, and we're surrounded by morons.
Well, if you based your entire experience of Jersey on Jersey Shore, you wouldn't be blamed for thinking that way.
I hate that show. So
do I.
Yeah. But even based off of like real things, I think that's what a lot of people from Jersey think often.
This is a true statement. I'm from Jersey, so I can agree with that statement.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys that doesn't get why people hated why they're. It's one of those where I'm thankful there's a lot of more people who like it than a lot more people that hate it, but I love the people who hate the Three Stooges movie because the Jersey Shore cast is in there, even though their entire purpose is to basically get the crap beaten out of them by Moe.
I honestly didn't even know they were in that movie. I didn't see the movie. I never saw it.
It's incredibly cathartic to see this, to see them.
That show disturbed me. Number one, I don't think it's funny. I think it's ridiculous. But also, the fact that my best friend here, who's from here in Milwaukee, loves that show and tries to get me to watch it. I'm like, no, I will not watch that show. It's to the point where he wants me to go with him, and this is a true story. He's not going to hear this, so I'm not worried about it. He wants me to go see Pauly D with him in concert. On purpose.
No.
Not a joke. Like, he's actually dead serious about this. And I said no over and over again. I'm like,
okay, fine.
No.
Okay, fine, but no, I would say only if I take you to a Justin Bieber concert.
No, because that's torturing me. Yeah. That's torturing me, too.
Well, no, it would be worth it just to see his face.
No, that's torturing me. Oh, my God. Anyway, let's get back to this.
Well, no. 3 words. Pauly Shore Marathon.
Oh, man.
Here's my problem. When you do something that you're torturing yourself, I'm not into that.
That doesn't sound like torture at all. That sounds amazing.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there's a lot of people who loathe Pauly Shore, myself included, although I will admit that the only movie of his I really found funny was In the Army Now.
Oh, I love that one.
Fair enough. Where was I? Oh, I was going to say, with the other Jersey thing I find funny, it actually ties into with this, is actually in Hamilton, where they have their obsession with saying that everything's legal in New Jersey, and how much they take shots at Jersey in that musical. And I do find it funny, because then if you have the book, like I have the Hamilton, and it actually, in the liner notes, it says, Lynn actually says in there, says, I have family in New Jersey. I just couldn't help the pot shot.
So according to them, New Jersey's like the Purge.
Well, if you think about it, in the world that they're in, all the actual duels take place in New Jersey because it's illegal in New York to have duels.
Okay, so going by the logic here, I could drive down to New Jersey, park in a handicapped spot on a handicapped person, get a pound of cocaine, a bottle of Jack Daniels, and a gun, go on a rampage, and I wouldn't be in trouble for it.
They've got other fish to fry.
You know what's funny? In my hometown, okay, this is a true story. So the last time I was in Garfield, I should say this. The last time I was in Garfield, I'm recording this before I go on vacation go out east. So I just want to note that so people hear the story. The last time I went out there, I actually got pulled over for speeding.
Yeah.
On my last day in Jersey. And we were driving, and I got pulled over for speeding. My wife's freaking out.
Yeah.
CJ's really young in the back, so he has no clue why we're stopping. Window pulls down. Guy looks at me. It's actually a guy I knew from the football team in high school.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, Blake, how you doing? It's been a long time. I'll go ahead. We're good." The small town mentality of Garfield, New Jersey at times.
Garfield, New Jersey, nestled between Odie and John, New Jersey.
There are times I do miss my hometown. At moments like that, it's funny. And the funny part is that was 8 years ago. And he still remembered that story when I saw him in May at the Hall of Fame ceremony. So, all right. Speaking of weirdness in New Jersey, we continue on to Elias showing up.
Yes.
Now, I was about to make a wrestling reference, but I really shouldn't do it. But and for those who don't know, in WWE, there is a guy named Elias. He is the Drifter. He plays guitar, and his whole gimmick is everyone's going to walk with Elias. So that's the first thing that came to mind when I hear Elias now. But that's the wrestling fan in me. Elias in this movie, though, I paused it. I rewound it while we were waiting to get you on the line, Crystal. And I rewound it. I have it on our screen. And it's him and his parents whistling, driving up. And the bumper sticker just says, "Try Jesus."
I like that they don't push it. They're just saying try.
Really honest, you know? It's just like, okay.
If I try him and I don't like him, can I get my money back?
Money back guaranteed.
Okay, seriously, somebody has to make that bumper sticker and add that on there. Try Jesus, money back guarantee. Offer void in Utah.
Well. Oh, man. So, is it bad that I'm tempted to run the plates on this car? Because I have a pause, and it's blatantly showing me the plates of this car.
Yeah. And it's more than likely an actual New Jersey license plate.
More than likely. It's probably like one of Kevin's family members' cars.
Yeah.
Just because, for no other reason. Because that sounds like something Kevin would do. So, this is the most obnoxious moment, really, of this movie for me, because it's them whistling it. I feel Randall. I know people like this. I'm a very happy person. I'm a very, very peppy person at times. Maybe a morning person, hence why I do shows so early in the morning at times. This is annoying to me.
Elias.
Yeah.
Elias, a person who seems to exist only to make bitter, cynical shut-ins like myself feel better about themselves.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Elias is one of my favorite characters just ever. He's so much fun.
Yeah, and the best part was he believes everything he says. As we learn as this movie continues, like there's not a single thought that goes through his head that he doesn't 100%, no doubt in his mind, believe.
Oh, my God.
So he gets out of the car, and they're all whistling. This whistling, it's annoying whistling. He gives his mom a kiss and gets in, and Randall, the look on Randall's face of pure disgust.
Yeah. So we finally managed to find something that disgusts Randall.
Yeah, the Randall and Elias's relationship is the best. They're so perfect together.
Their relationship is like that of a tick to a dog.
Weird way of putting
Yeah,
it.
but like they need each other though. They like feed off each other.
It is true. It's a really crazy relationship that you wouldn't think would work because of. It's almost like you have that coworker that you really shouldn't get along with, but because you work together, you do. That's the main reason you do. And that's how this is, and I appreciate that. And it only gets weirder as we go along in this movie. The story of Elias in this movie is crazy. And keeping in mind, as we did in Clerks, and I keep reminding people in Clerks, this is all in one day. Everything we're seeing from this point on until I think they're in jail is all in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
So much like the original film.
Exactly. Well, in the original film, everything was in one day. In this movie, we have some time jumps.
Yeah.
But, like, everything is in one day. So the fact that Elias has this crazy story just going